Well, you know that material stocks have been surging this year. Will Trump's infrastructure plans keep the group on the rise? Good question. Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. Boris Schlossberg of BK Asset Management. Gina Sanchez with Chantico Global are your guests today. Gina, it's been a kind of a no-brainer trade. Pretty much buy anything of any company that makes stuff that may benefit. Maybe a little bit too easy of a trade. What's your take on this group?
Look, I think there's three drivers of what's happening right now in materials. A lot of it having to do, obviously, with the positive earnings that many of these material stocks have been posting. But the first one, obviously, is the expectation of infrastructure. But you also have the rebuilding of the energy complex and those earnings also improving. And so there's some potential there. And then, of course, the outlook for the agriculture sector, which is also mildly positive. Now, of the three, I think the one that probably stands the most to disappoint is actually potentially a lot of the infrastructure positivity, because a lot of that is still built on promises. We're hearing that we're going to have a lot of infrastructure spend. We still don't know how we're going to pay for it. We don't know who's going to build it, and we don't know what it's going to be. So those are a lot of questions that need to get answered before that. But look, there are other things driving materials right now, and I think the story behind energy and the story behind agriculture is net positive for the materials sector.
Okay, Boris, your take on the materials, please.
I think he's serious about spending, and he's not a guy who does not like to spend, if you know anything about Donald Trump. So he's going to try to make all sorts of spending infrastructure be a real possibility. That's, I think, a cornerstone of his platform. He really believes it. So I think there is probably more juice in materials because the promise will be delivered. Ironically enough, I think one of the greatest beneficiaries of this is going to be a Mexican company called Cemex, which produces cement, and it's going to be very crucial in constructing the wall that he's going to be building. So one of the more interesting trades here is actually on the other side of the border.
Or bullishness on the other side of the border, not the sort of typical everybody's doomed kind of a view.
Right. Exactly.
Gina, a quick comment on the other side of the border, and it is not just because you are a Mexican American, but more because you live in Los Angeles.
Look, look, Mexico has actually been a really great trade for a long time, and we do believe in the Mexican story. It's going to be very interesting to see sort of how these protectionist moves impact Mexico, particularly the maquilas that basically put together a lot of goods that are re-imported back into the United States. So, you know, this is one to watch. It's been a very positive trade so far.
Yeah, the Mexican economy and the Southern California economy are linked in a very, very big way through a lot of trade, having grown up there myself. Gina, thank you. Boris, thank you.
Thank you.
Folks, thank you for watching Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.